Hello everyone, Puppy Fish Pat here, or just Pat. Today we're checking out Mr. Enter Two Credits' latest video, Monster. It's another music video, so as I often struggle with Mr. Enter Two Credits of videos, it's always a mix of visual storytelling and lyrical storytelling, so I can't seem to focus on both at the same time. It's either one or the other, and I always feel bad because I always get something wrong, I always miss something, but I'm going to try my best because he does excellent work, I can't talk at all. I can barely think. And I really want to get this done, do him justice. As always, we're going to comment as we go, and rewind what we need to. That out of the way, let's get started. Already start off cool with this fella here looking like fiery. And nice guitars at the start.
I feel it breathing under my skin, always there.
Okay, and again, his visual style has been, I'm not gonna say improving, but definitely getting more and more refined with each video. Very, very cool visual styles. Okay, I like the change up here. Oh, that's creepy.
Staring at the cracks in this broken mirror, same old voice saying you don't belong here. I bend and break just to match their perfect lies. Swallow the shame while the real me dies.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of in past videos where I would talk about how, go back here real quick. Stare at the crack in the old mirror and same old voice, you don't belong here. You know, you're telling yourself that in a way, like, you don't matter, you're not worth it. Why are you here? You know, you're taking up someone else's spot, you're taking up someone else's place, and how that you're just being a burden. And next line here.
Staring at the cracks in this broken mirror, same old voice saying you don't belong here. I bend and break.
Bend and break just to match the perfect lie. So you, in order to appease, you stop being yourself and try and take on a character. You put on a mask to appease someone else. And again, next following line, swallow the shame while the real me dies. So the real you is drowning. You're drowning your real self out while keeping this fake persona just to appease someone.
Just to match their perfect lies. Swallow the shame while the real me dies. Smile for the crowd, play the part they want. But every I'm fine is...
Yeah. Every I'm fine. Yeah.
Another cut I haunt, self-doubt's the drug. I'm hooked on the pain. Chasing normal like it'll stop the rain.
Yeah. For me, it's a mix of self-doubt and a very unhealthy dose of self-hatred. And it is weird how it can spiral in your head that just never ends. You know, the self-doubt, like, of either A, are you doing enough to contribute, or are you, what you're contributing is of value, and then you immediately start tearing it all down and saying no, it's not. And yeah, you kind of get hooked on, you get just constantly stuck in that loop, and there's a disgusting comfort in that because it's what you know. And then you try to quote feel normal, but you don't really know what that is.
I'm so tired of hiding what I am. The cage is cracking. Here it comes again. The monster within is screaming my name.
Yeah, I like that line. That, yeah. And the funny thing is, though, the monster within is really just the real you. It's not a monster; it's the real you. But by the point it finally starts breaking through, it is so worn down and so subdued and drowned that it sort of explodes as a lashing out, and that's it, the monster. But it's just the real you fighting against the the lie that you've been covering yourself with.
Clawing through the lies, setting fire to the game. I tried to fit in, I sold my soul for their praise. But the beasts don't give a fuck about their games.
Yeah. All right, bud. Exactly. You sold, you give up the core of who you are just to appease others. And the funny thing about that is a lot of times it's not even a conscious thing that they're imposing on you. It's just you feel that you have to do it to appease them. It's like they don't say, "Oh, you want to be here? You have to do X, Y, Z." It's just you pose it on yourself, and you change who you are to try to make them happy and their praise. But as you're the beast inside you, that the real you shouldn't care.
Ripping me open, taking total control. The monster within, he's swallowing me whole. I changed my voice.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is a very, very good looking character. That is a very cool looking character.
My dreams in the dark became their shadow just to hide these scars.
Okay, that's another good line there. Again, part of trying to appease others, that you let your dreams and your goals die, but you sort of kill them in secret. Again, in order to not draw attention, you just let them kind of just like, sort of like they died off screen. Like you didn't see it happen, but their dreams are dead and they don't know. And they just kind of always try to blend into the background, try to not be a burden, try not to be noticed.
Finally one of us, yeah, what a fucking joke. The real me's buried and starting to choke. Now I'm a ghost in a skin that don't fit, lost in the noise with the weak. I'll quit every mask I wore, just fed the beast inside till the hunger won and I can no longer hide. The monster within, it's screaming my name, clawing through the lies, setting fire to the game. I tried to fit in, I sold my soul for their praise, but the beast don't give a fuck about their games. He's ripping me open, taking total control. The monster within, he's swallowing me whole.
Yeah, going back to the visuals, like, such a great job, especially with this skeletal look. He's been nailing this look. It's amazing. Okay, that's a nice change up for the guitar, the strings.
One night I stopped fighting, let him tear it all down. Watch the fake world burn while I screamed out loud. Chaos felt like freedom, sweet and violent and true. But freedom without chains just destroys you.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like it's a concern about what is it, the chains is a prison, but freedom is just chaos, and it just destroys itself.
I let him run, I let him break everything I knew. Now the smoke is clearing, and I'm staring back at you. Now I stand in the ashes, hand on his throat. No more running, no more lying. I won't let him gloat. I don't cage him, I don't let him destroy what's left. We bleed together, we fight together. We face the test. Self-doubt still whispers, the mask still call my name.
That's actually really good. That's a nice little message there, that the monster, that the real you that finally explodes and lashes out and is destroying everything, like, destroying the mask, destroying the persona, destroying basically letting the folks around you who thought they knew you, who you really are. And does not necessarily mean it's a bad thing that the real you is not necessarily a bad person or a bad thing, just that it's done hiding. But now you have to try to wrangle that in, try to control that, and not so much keep in check, but exit. Go back to that. Dumb. A little more. A little more. Yeah, we bleed together, we fight together, and fight this out. Try and try this out. And because it's always easier when you work. It's very funny. It's still yourself. It's still you. It's still by yourself, but it's always easier when it's the real you have to deal with it.
We face the test, self-doubt still whispers, the mask still call my name, but I own the darkness, I own the flame, light and shadow, we finally spin, me and the monster, we found our balance within. Yeah, the monster within. He's not the enemy anymore.
I like that line. He's not the enemy anymore. And a weird way you could probably say, ask the question, was the monster within ever really the enemy? It just was a party that needed to be out to, in order to be able to combat that pestering little, voice of self-doubt in your head. You needed that sort of how do you say it? That force, that raw, not confidence, but that direct, that genuineness to fight against that. So I don't really see it as like not really the enemy. It's like just a part of you that you needed, but scared you, so you get away to. And also where they, again, going back to self-doubt, if they saw that side of you, would they accept you? And you think, no, they wouldn't. So you go away. And I was like, no, this is who I really am. This is me, which is not the real you.
He's the fire I need to finally be me. The monster within.
That was a good video. That was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. The message of that we often have to, we suppress that what we feel is the edges, the roughness of ourselves, in order to really to protect ourselves from the pains of others, so we can fit in, so we can belong. And yeah, eventually it will just lash out and explode and just kind of ruin everything in a way. But we need that to, not just to protect ourselves from people, from bad actors, but also to truly be us, to truly be ourselves, to be the real us. We need that balance between the monster and us. I'm actually really happy about this because, like I said in previous, not the previous, I believe the previous one was the one with the what I call the Urban Explorer one, but the previous one that really got to me. I'm happy to say I'm doing much better. I'm in a much better and much healthier headspace now. And the community has been nothing but amazing to me. Really a lot of support here, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Again, Mr. Entercredits, you did an amazing job here, and I do appreciate the message of yeah, maybe the monster, but you know what? We need that. We need that roughness to truly be ourselves, because we're not one-sided. We're not one note. We're all individual and unique people. Of course, ritual video and channel will be in the description down below. And with that out of the way, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye.